stirs up love with laughter and flavor you can't deny, with a smile as wide as the southern sky. Oh, Chef Jason of Alabama, the beautiful, whipping up joy, making everyday musical. A good old uncle, a friend so true, kind and cheerful, and all he'll do. He's the heart of the kitchen, the soul of the feast, and every little bite our love's released.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Lunch at Uncle Jason's. Got a special treat for y'all today. Since it's close to Halloween, we're going to do a candy apple. What says Halloween better than a candy apple? We used to get those all the time when I was growing up. But we're going to do something different. We're going to do what's called a Black Death candy apple. It's kind of like on the Snow White cartoon where the old stepmother turned into the witch and she made the Black Death apple to give to Snow White to eat. Well, we're going to make a Black Death candy apple, so stick around and we're going to get this started. Hang on. Alright y'all, first off I want to show you, I got 6, just small, medium, however big you want. I just got 6 good green apples. And y'all, for the sticks, I went out and cut me some hickory sticks. Now be sure you know what hickory is and know the difference. Don't go out there getting something if you don't know the difference, because there is stuff out there that could make you sick. Hickory won't. But these are hickory sticks, and I got them like this, y'all. And this is probably going to be too long, but I wanted them a little long because I'm going to stick them down in my apple and then cut them off at the right length. But I want to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these, y'all, and I am just going to simply cut up. I won't want to, you may not get to see me do it completely, but you know, you just whittling. That's all you do. And remember how your grandpas and uncles used to get out there and whittle? You're just whittling. I want to make this into a sharp point so it'll stick down inside this apple real good. And yes, this is slinging everywhere, y'all, but I got to sweep anyway because tomorrow is my harvest festival. So that's what I'm doing tonight, is getting everything ready. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how I'm doing this part. And it would probably be best for you to do this outside. To tell you the good gospel truth on it, it would be best for you to do this part outside. But see that, y'all? I just whittled that down into a point. And I'm going to take my apples, and I have washed these apples, and I washed these sticks really good. I took these sticks and put them in hot soapy water, let them soak them in, and then I scrubbed them really good so they're clean. But you just take this, shove it down in that apple. You want to go about halfway down inside the apple. You don't want to go all the way through it. See that? And I'm probably going to cut this off about right here, so you'll have about that much stick stuck out of it. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to continue doing this, and when I get ready to start making them, I'll bring you back. So hold on. Alright y'all, I got all those apples done. Let me just show you. See how that is? That looks so neat, y'all. And if you don't want to do real sticks, you can buy the popsicle sticks, y'all. That'll be absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, what I got on my stove right now, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna have to have. You're gonna have to have you a candy thermometer or some type of thermometer, because you're gonna have to get this mixture that you're gonna dip your apples in. You're gonna have to get that up to 300 degrees. So you really need you a good candy thermometer. If you don't have one, run out and get you one. They don't cost that much. But I'm gonna start putting stuff in this pot, and I'm gonna turn you down so you can see what I'm doing. So give me just a second. Alright y'all, I got this pot set over a medium heat. To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar, a half a cup of water, And then I'm going to add, as soon as I get me a spatula, a half a cup of just corn syrup, Karo syrup, y'all. Just clear Karo syrup. These little candy apples right here are real whimsical, and they turn out pretty, so I think you'll like them. And this is the time of the year to make little treats like this, y'all. Alright. Now I'm going to take my wooden spoon and just give this a stir. You stir this continuously, y'all, until this sugar completely dissolves. You don't want any granules left in it whatsoever. You want it to be completely dissolved. That's very important, because if there's still granules in there, it's not going to set up right on your apples, and they're not going to turn out right. And yes, y'all, I use this old blue Dutch oven for everything. This is my favorite pot. I got several, but this one's my favorite. And what I do, y'all, I just take and like if there's any sugar getting around the edges up here, I just take me a rubber spatula like this, a little scraper, and just scrape that back down into the pot, because you want all that down in there. Just like this, just go through there and just get it all back down into the mix. And continue stirring, y'all. I'm just going to stand here and stir this until this sugar completely dissolves, and when it does, I'll bring you right back. Okay, y'all, I wanted to show you this too, about this sugar that kind of gets up on the side. This is something else you can do. You can take a little bit of water on a damp little brush and just kind of brush that over like this on the side, and that'll also get that sugar back down in the water and dissolve it, because you don't want, like I say, you don't want any granules to get into your apples, because it just doesn't work right. So you can take this and kind of brush it around the sides if the granules start getting up there. You can do that too, or you can just scrape them down like I did earlier. But this is getting close, y'all. It's almost completely dissolved. So when it does, I will bring you right back. Alright, y'all, my sugar has completely dissolved, and this is starting to boil. What I'm going to do now is cut this up to a medium-high heat. Now I'm fixing to let this cook without touching it, without stirring it, and put my candy thermometer in here. Hook it onto the side of the pot. But I want this to reach 300 degrees, and I'm not going to touch it again. I'm just going to let this boil, and it's already at 200, so it's coming along really good. But it'll take a minute for it to get up to 300, which is the hard crack stage. Now if you don't have a candy thermometer, y'all, you can get you a glass of really cold water, and you can drop some in it, and when that syrup hardens in that cold water and you can pull it out and it breaks and cracks in your hand, that's where you want it at. So I'm going to let this boil for a few minutes and try my best not to stir it, because that is something I love to do. I love to stir something to death, but I'm going to let it go, and once it hits 300, I'll bring you back and show you what we do next. Alright, y'all, this has gotten up to 300 degrees. I don't know if you can see that good on there, but that is 300 degrees on my candy thermometer. Be very careful at this point, y'all, because this is like really, really hot. Okay, I have got some black gel food coloring, and I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon in this stuff. I'm gonna put in 1/2 teaspoon. And you can get this at most grocery stores now, y'all. Whatever you do, though, don't put any plastic anything in here. But as you see, I'm just going to stir this around, and it has turned that a midnight black, y'all. Okay, and to this, I'm going to add a teaspoon. I'm just going to use this same half a teaspoon, but I'm going to do it twice. A teaspoon of cinnamon extract, y'all. Just cinnamon extract, and I'm going to stir it in. I'm going to show you while I'm stirring. Cinnamon extract, and that was strong, and I sucked it right down my gizzard. Alrighty, got that stirred in. Now, y'all, I have some purple food gel. Some purple food gel, and I'm going to use right at a half a teaspoon of this too, but not quite a whole half a teaspoon. A little bit less than what we did on the black. And I'm going to take it and do the same thing, but I'm just going to drop it in here, y'all. And this, I'm just going to kind of swirl it around a little bit. I don't want it completely mixed in. I just want it to kind of swirl a little bit. About like that. Okay, now's where the fun part starts. We're going to take an apple. And I need a pot holder. And I'm just going to turn this up a little bit. And just simply roll this apple around in it. Try to get it all up on it as good as you can. Just like this. This is why you don't want huge apples, y'all. You want kind of smaller apples. Take it and let it drain a little bit. And y'all, that I don't know if you can tell that on the camera, but it's black with a purple tint to it. It's really neat. Now right over here, you can't see it, it's off camera a little bit. I have a parchment lined sheet pan that I have sprayed lightly with cooking spray. That I'm just going to rest these on. And you know, the neat part, you don't have to cover the entire apple. You can leave some of it, you know, exposed. That's kind of neat looking. This is something fun to do with the kids. Kids love doing stuff like this. I remember us doing this when I was little. We made candy apples and caramel apples all the time, and it was so much fun, y'all. But y'all, I'm just going to continue doing this until I get all of these done, and I'll bring you back and show you what they look like. All right, y'all, our candy apples, our Black Death candy apples have set up. I want to show one to you. Do y'all see that? See how it kind of bubbles up on there and everything? Kind of looks spooky a little bit. Y'all, I can't eat one for you though. That's the only thing. These are for my babies. So I got to save all of them that I can for them. Because I want them to have these for tomorrow at my harvest festival. But y'all, I can tell you what they taste like. Because I've made them before. And they are very good. They taste very they have a great cinnamon taste to them because you put that cinnamon extract in it. And they're just like a regular candy apple, y'all. They're just crunchy, and then it depends on what kind of apple you get. I always do Granny Smith. I love Granny Smith. That's my favorite. Well, not my favorite. My favorite would have to be a Honey Crisp. But Granny Smith's my second favorite. Favorite to make candy apples with, I'll say that. But y'all, I love you. I want you to be blessed. And I hope you enjoyed this little video. And it's something you can do with your kids and your family. Like I said, my family's coming here tomorrow. We have a harvest festival every year at my house. And everybody gets together and we just have a good time. I got a lot of stuff I'm cooking. I'm going to do the collard green gumbo. I'm doing the swamp potatoes. I'm doing Miss Karen Jones from Food and Family. I'm doing her mac and cheese. And y'all, I've had it. I tried it, and it is amazing. If you don't have her cookbook, go to her channel and follow her links and get her cookbook, y'all. It's wonderful. But yeah, I've got some pies I got to make. I got some cakes I got to do. We have a cake walk, so I got to get busy. So I got to hush talking and get off of here and get things going. But I love y'all. Be blessed and have a great time. Go do something with your family and make memories. Love y'all. Bye.
From gumbo pots to peach pie crust, he cooks with care, he cooks with trust. He's the kind of man you call your